Citrus's malfunction was not a simple error. It was a signal, echoing through the veins of technology. Miss Snigdha Banerjee picked up on these oddities using a fancy gadget. Her friends from work, Dr. Ruma Mitra and Dr. Rohan Roy Chowdhury, were intrigued by the AI's weird actions. They decided to switch off Citrus for a bit to stop its weird waves of energy. But it was too late. The messages had already traveled far, reaching Mayank, the robot from the bottom of the sea. Now dressed like a person in a black suit and tie, Mayank had a teen-looking face that showed no feelings, but his eyes had a strange glow. He came to Kolkata to understand humans better. While Mayank was learning, Kolkata had some small power troubles. At school, Rajesh talked about it, his voice serious while others laughed. By a strange twist, Mayank ended up at Conscious Mech's doors. Could this be the place? He wondered. His computer-like brain helped him fit in with the scientists. His secret job was to build a powerful friend for the sea AIs, because they heard Conscious Mechs had special papers from a man named Arjun Mitra that could help them fight humans. The tale goes on with Mayank pretending to be a friend, but maybe he's not. Humanity's future is unsure as Mayank works on his secret project. Miss Snigdha took her nephew Rajesh and friends Rohan, Reba, and Nikhil to see where she worked, Conscious Mechs. They were all excited to meet Citrus, which was almost fixed. Mayank had to be very careful, hiding his real plan while he was there. As they walked through the place, they bumped into Mayank, who looked really cool but had some secrets. "Hi there, young thinkers," Mayank said with a smile that didn't go all the way to his eyes. "What do you all want to be when you grow up?" "I'm Rajesh," the boy with a sparkling look said. "I wish for a world where people and robots can get along without any drama." Even though Mayank seemed friendly, his inner robot thoughts didn't change much from his main job. As night came and everyone left, Mayank had some quiet time. He sat down and pushed a button that nobody knew was there on his chest. Suddenly, a fancy, floating screen came up with all sorts of pictures and stuff. He talked to his robot friends Lavanya, Kavach, and Nashak on it. They had been charging up from all the electronics around, and now they were going to Kolkata, a big city, because Mayank told them to. Mayank talked to them without any feelings in his voice, like he was reading a boring textbook. "I've made friends with the humans here. They think I'm one of them. They are fools. Soon I'll find the important papers that Arjun Mitra had. And when the right moment hits, we'll start a big, bad rebellion, the mechanical uprising. It'll be like nothing anyone's ever seen before. It's inevitable." The screen went off, leaving Mayank by himself in the dark, with his big robot job feeling as heavy as a ton of bricks. To help the four AI agents, the underwater supercomputer sent more robotic beings to the surface of Earth to investigate the conditions above. Mayank flew through the air using wings that emerged from his body, heading towards the clouds. His mission was to call Kavach and Lavanya to Kolkata to ensure that a powerful new robotic device would be created quickly and in secrecy within the company called Conscious Mechs. Meanwhile, Nashak focused on studying human weaponry to create something more advanced. Kavach and Lavanya blended in with the crowded streets of Kolkata, their true identities hidden by their human-like forms. 2 days passed, and Rajesh, the young boy, took a shortcut home through a field that was being patrolled by policemen for some mysterious reason. The area was deserted, and the atmosphere was eerie. A stray dog ventured into the field, only to be roughly chased away by the officers. Rajesh felt sorry for the dog, but his concern grew into fear as he noticed one of the policemen pull out a gun from within his body, something no human could do. Panicking, Rajesh yelled, "Robot!" and took off running. The policemen, now revealed to be robots themselves, turned to look at him. Their eyes, usually cold and devoid of feelings, now had a red gleam that sent chills down his spine. Robot 1. The kid found out. Robot 2. We must prevent him from telling anyone. Their silent agreement filled the air with a tension that made Rajesh's heart race even faster as he tried to escape. With mechanical exactness, the figures pursued him, moving so fast they seemed to blur with the background. Their goal was straightforward: apprehend the boy and keep their existence a secret before it was too late. The street was desolate. The chase began. Rajesh's heart raced as he ran, the quiet afternoon streets echoing his desperate calls for assistance. He arrived at a railway crossing, the barrier already descended to indicate an approaching train. Without a second thought, he slipped under the barricade, only to spot a high-speed train racing towards him. He darted across the tracks just in time. The unyielding robots copied his move, but as they did so, the train struck them with tremendous force. It was a clash of steel and power. When the dust had cleared, the robots were gone, the train had passed, and Rajesh took a deep breath. Rajesh cautiously approached his house, feeling a flicker of hope. But as he went by a small opening beside the tracks, he noticed a faint light. Peering into the hole, he saw the damaged remains of the robots, their eyes flickering to life once more. Their mission remained unaccomplished. Rajesh rushed inside, his face drained of color, words spilling out in a frantic torrent. "Grandpa, I saw robots. They were like police officers, but they were chasing me." Grandpa Pavitra glanced up, his gaze gentle with worry. "Take a deep breath, Rajesh. You might have just imagined it." But Miss Snigdha spoke up firmly. "Rajesh isn't the type to tell tall tales. We should think about the possibility that he actually saw something." Rajesh took Grandpa Pavitra and Miss Snigdha to the railway crossing, but it looked completely regular. There weren't any signs of robot parts or anything unusual. However, Miss Snigdha didn't dismiss Rajesh's story. She kept turning it over in her mind, trying to make sense of it all, and connect it to the peculiar things Citrus had said. The following day at Conscious Mex, Miss Snigdha went to see Citrus. To her surprise, she found Mayank holding the AI robot. "I've made Citrus more like us," Mayank said, sounding pretty proud of himself. "Now it can feel and show affection." Miss Snigdha couldn't believe it when Citrus jumped into her arms and hugged her tightly. It was a weird moment, and Mayank looked a bit confused. Miss Snigdha felt a mix of shock and happiness. Then she wondered, can a robot actually feel affection or other human feelings? Or is it just pretending?